You are watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another exciting episode of Tales from the Drive Thru, the series where I discuss my exploits and adventures, if you want to call them that, in fast food working. Today's episode, I will be talking about people who annoyed me at work. I'm going to start off with a group of customers that would come in every Saturday night from about midnight to 3 a.m. They would all sit down, they'd bring in their TV, believe it or not, and they'd hook it up to the wall with their Xbox 360, and they'd be playing that all night. Now, there was about 8 of them. 2 of them would play the Xbox, while the other 6 would sit around playing, I think it was Magic the Gathering or something, some form of card game like that. And they would always make this really huge, disgusting mess. One thing that I really liked about my neurotic manager, who I refer to as Rimmer in this series, is he would often throw them out and tell them not to come back, but they always fucking did, and they always left a horrible mess. Not to mention they smelled really bad. They were a bunch of kids, probably in their late teens, probably around 18, 19 each, which was around the age I was at the time, too. So, but they were just disgusting. You could tell they were just total fucking disgusting, unhygienic people who just didn't shower and didn't go outside much. Now, granted, I don't go outside a whole lot anymore. I'm kind of an indoorsy guy. I still go outside and go on walks from time to time, but these guys, I don't think they knew what the word outside meant other than to drive to McDonald's so they could hang out. Another person that pissed me off is this couple, okay? They'd come through, and the husband was this really big guy on an oxygen tank, and the wife was this little petite lady. And the wife was always super, super sweet and super nice, whereas the husband would always be shouting and being an asshole to everyone. He would constantly, bitch and complain and be a total asshole, and she's just there, no, honey, calm down, calm down. Total asshole. Fucking hated that guy. More people that pissed me off were some of the hypocritical managers, They'd bitch at me for being late, which most of them didn't after a while because they knew I didn't care. But when I first started there, they'd bitch at me for being late, and then they'd be late, so I would call them out on it every single fucking time. And I think that's part of the reason they stopped bitching at me to be late. But it really pissed me off. I also didn't really like corporate. They always had, we would always put up a farce to act like we did everything by the book when corporate was there, which we didn't when they weren't, obviously. I mean, aside from important things like hygiene and stuff, which we did follow to a T because, that's the law, at least for the most part, there was so many things that we just didn't do when corporate wasn't there, just watching our ass. Now, I myself would put up the farce originally when I started there, but eventually I stopped giving a fuck and just would leave my shirt untucked. I would fucking do what I wanted. I would sit there drinking a large drink because they wanted us to drink small drinks and when we got our free drinks or whatever. But I always drank the large ones, and they were okay with it. But when corporate was there, they always had us do the small ones, but I would always drink the large ones. They also didn't like us having drink or food at the register. Of course, they didn't always enforce it when corporate wasn't there. Like I said, it depended on who was the manager, too, because there was all sorts of horrible double standards. Different people got away with different things. Myself, I got away with a lot, whereas new people got away with almost nothing. But yeah, I did not like the corporate people when they came in, and I stopped putting up a farce. And one of the corporate guys, I think, stopped caring what I did. But then he eventually got fired or quit. I'm not entirely sure what the story was, but I'm thinking it might have been because he was too lenient. Just like there used to be a manager there who got fired or quit. I can't remember which, but again, because she was too lenient. And I knew what I could get away with which manager, because obviously different ones were stricter. Most of them let me get away with pretty much anything, but I knew what I could say and what I could do around specific managers. But anyway, make a long story short, there was just a lot of people that really pissed me off. Customers in particular, but management definitely pissed me off as well. So I guess this is about it for this episode of Tales from the Drive Thru. I hope you guys have enjoyed it.